Hi Avon family, I'm here today with two representatives from District 5020 in Southern Illinois. I have Tracey Shadowen with me, and she is a silver leader with Avon, and she's also an Honor Society member. Say hello.
Hello. Hi Jennifer.
Hello.
Hi Kerri.
And we also have Kerri Wintz with us as well, and Kerri is a Gold Ambassador, and she's also an Honor Society member with Avon as well. So these two ladies, we were sitting around talking about how we could do a fundraiser collectively in the District 5020, and so we kind of came up with doing something together for the Women's Center.
Right.
So one of the things that we wanted to show you is we logged on to Kerri's youravon.com account, and we want to show you how you can register your fundraiser. So last night we did a Facebook Live video, talked a lot about how to do fundraisers, but we're going to go ahead and walk you through how to do the actual registration piece so that you can make sure that when you register it, that you're connecting all the dots and everything you need to do to have a successful fundraiser. So a couple things that you want to keep in mind is that once you have gotten your fundraiser, you want to be sure that you have two pieces of documentation that Avon's going to require. So the first one is on letterhead. You're going to have a letter from the organization saying yes, you're doing a fundraiser. They're going to include their EIN number in that letter, as well as identifying that they are a 5013C nonprofit organization. So when you have that in the letter, you're also going to need a second documentation, which is the tax exempt certification. And so by going to your nonprofit organization, they will also have that documentation. So those are the two pieces that you'll need to fax in to Avon to make sure that your fundraiser is tax exempt. So before I kind of jump right into going online, why don't you ladies share? Both of you have done fundraisers in the past. Mm-hmm. Kerri, I know you just recently did one for the West Frankfort Fire Department.
Yeah.
Can you share with us just a little bit about your success with the fundraiser? What it was for? And
it was for the fire department. It was actually a 2-in-1 is what it was. Any of the owls went to the Night Shield, and then the money part of it went to the fire department, which they bought a new piece of fire equipment. So I was real happy about that.
Wonderful. And just for the viewers that may not know, Night Shield is a organization for children. Mm-hmm. It's a shelter for children, right?
Right.
And what I understand about Night Shield is that they actually help keep families together. So if there's multiple children that are affected, they try and keep those children together.
Yeah.
Yes. So fantastic. And then Tracey, tell us a little bit about your experience in the past with fundraisers, or just what your thoughts are about fundraisers.
I like fundraisers. We're doing the one for the Women's Center, and then I also did one for the Johnson City cheerleaders, I believe it was, but that was many years ago, and they were raising money for their uniforms.
Okay. So with the fundraisers, if you have an organization that's helping you, then of course any of those participants, like Tracey's, for example, what she's talking about, having the cheerleaders reach out to people that they know, that's going to help be able to increase that participation. The one that we're doing with the Women's Center, though, is really the representatives in the District 5020 getting together and reaching out to the community to raise money for the Women's Center. So there's a lot of ways that you can do fundraisers, but looking at this particular fundraiser, there's kind of different ways that we're kind of brainstorming this. So Kerri and I were just talking about ways that you can go about this. One of the things that I've started to do is look at different community networking groups that I belong to. So there's a professional networking group that I belong to. There's a women's networking group I belong to. There's the Rotary. There's the Lions Club. There's all kinds of different networking groups that you can come to on a day-to-day or week-to-week, monthly basis, where you can actually leverage those contacts and talk to them about your fundraiser. So what are some other ways, ladies, that we can help contact people and reach out to the community for the fundraisers?
You've done a little more than I have.
Well, what I basically did with the last one was I went to businesses, and I just would walk in and approach them and say, we're raising money for the fire department. The owls you can either adopt or donate. And I had several that wanted to adopt, which meant that they actually purchased the owl. So whenever they came in, those that adopted, I would deliver to those. And then the ones that were donated, obviously, all went to the Night Shield. So you just get into business. I picked up several new customers doing that still order from me.
And you know, that's what I like. Oh, go ahead, Tracey.
Well, I started saying she made the paper.
That's
so
right.
that got her name out there also.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So tell us about the paper.
That was nerve-wracking. But it was nice to have my name put out there and lots of recognition. And whenever I would walk into one of the businesses that did donate, that, oh, I seen the article and all that, and they were real excited. So I was really hoping to have one put out of all of the folks and all the businesses that actually donated, but they didn't do that. So maybe next time.
The other thing that I like that you said, Kerri, is that so you're able to go into businesses. The fundraiser helped give you an opportunity to connect with your community because everybody felt the connection with the West Frankfort Fire Department.
Right, it was local.
So it helped you to kind of have your foot in the door, have something to talk about, and then bridge it to Avon, where you were able to get even more customers from it after the fundraiser had concluded.
Right, and I'll tell you this, a lot of people I heard this so much, we didn't know Avon did fundraisers. So I've got 3 lined up for later this year that are going to be doing fundraisers with me because of the one I did for the fire department. So maybe this one will help get some more out there.
And that's what I like about the fundraisers is that, you know, it gives you the opportunity to, once you have a successful one, you can leverage your success with that one and build it into other organizations. So what happens is those organizations start to see that you've had success with other organizations, and they say, oh, well, you know, Kerri raised this amount of money for the fire department. They were able to get the equipment they need. And so I think we could also benefit from that as well. Let's give Kerri a call.
Right.
Or let's give Tracey a call, right?
Right.
So that is some of the benefits to fundraising, is just really helping you to broaden your customer base. You can also recruit that way because you're expanding your brand as yourself. So people are knowing, just like you mentioned, a lot of people didn't know you do fundraisers. Some people may be interested in doing the fundraising themselves. So they may want to come to Avon for that reason, or they could just see the success you're having and how fun it is and want to be able to join your team in that way as well. Lots of great things with fundraising. So let's go ahead and take a moment now and just show how we can register on the fundraiser. So Tracey, I'm going to ask you if you can grab that camera and flip the camera lens over.
Gotta grab it here.
Okay. And then we're just going to, yep. There we go. Okay. And so, Kerri, I'm going to ask you if you could go ahead and click on fundraiser.
Okay. We're going to register it?
Yes. So you're going to the earnings opportunity, and then you're going to fundraiser, and under fundraiser it's step 3. And so you'll see a form just like this. We're going to register it for campaign 4, and we're going to be using the fundraiser flyer. So if you can do the drop down at the very top right.
What are we going to put for sales?
So for estimated sales, the owls are approximately 20 a piece. I would say $500 for each representative that is joining this. Now, of course, the way we're doing it, just for those of you that are viewing, is our goal is that each representative in our district is focused on selling 25 owls. So if you sell 25 owls, you're looking at around $500, a little more than $500. So we're just going to put $500 just to keep it simple. Now, if you were doing this for another organization where you had 25 participants selling 25 of their own owls, then it would be more like 12,000 estimated sales. So we're just going to go ahead and stick with 500 on Kerri's. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and put in the setup date. We're going to go ahead and leave it as today, and then put the organization, which is the Women's Center. And then the tax exempt ID number. And you're going to want to have that handy. And I'm going to look that up. Go ahead and skip over to, I guess you need everything on here. Bear with me one second. Tracey, can you hold that for me? Let me look up this information.
almost grabbed my folder too and I forgot it.
Carla Moore's telling us hi. Hello, Carla.
Hey, Carla.
Hi, Carla. Carla, we want your help with this fundraiser. We hope that you can be over there in Des Moines helping us raise some funds for the Women's Center. Okay, so the Women's Center tax ID will be found on your the letterhead that you have received from the fundraiser. So in this case, it's going to be 2374177709. And then the address is going to be 610 South Thompson Street. And that's going to be Carbondale, Illinois. And then zip code Zip code is 62901. Contact name is Lindsay with an A. Stockhecke, that's STOCKHECKE. And then the contact number is 618 549.
Hold on, it doesn't skip. Okay.
4807. And then the email address is WCDS at the Women's Center, it's the Women's and then CTR.org.
The Women's.
Wait, back up a little bit. And then WOMENSCTR.org. And then submit. So then you'll get a message like this that says, thank you for registering your online event. And that's pretty much it.
Pretty easy.
So I want to thank both Tracey and Kerri for joining us live on Facebook. And we will be finding out how the success goes with both the fundraisers and keep you posted. So thank you, ladies.
Thanks.